Hey everyone, this is Simran from Create Your Future. I am a law of assumption coach, a mindset and success coach, and an EFT practitioner with a background in psychology. And before I forget, I did forget in my last video that we're giving away a free course. It's called How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. You can find the link for it in the description of this video. And I'm also running a sale right now. It's 50% off on all my sessions. So that's a good deal. Make use of it. Okay. And yeah, now let's get into the video. Today, I want to talk about 3D and how do you stop obsessing over the 3D even when it hurts you. Okay. And I met with a client today, and we had spoken on this. She and I was talking about this, and she worked on the homework that I gave her, and today she got success. Okay, so I'm going to share that success story with you as well as we go ahead in the video. Okay, so let's begin. Now, 3D. What is 3D? We've been taught, that's how all of us, at least majority of us, have been schooled that what you sense, what do you see and what you sense through your 5 senses is your reality. So this 3D is rock solid. It is not changeable. It is the end all be all. This is what it is. Okay. But when you step into the true knowledge of how the world works, the law of assumption, the law of attraction, the law of creation, well, not even creation, we're selecting realities, then you understand that this 3D out there stems from you. So you are the creator, and everything outside of you stems from you. It's an inside outward job. And whatever I see, whatever I experience, whatever I can sense through my 5 senses in my 3D is a reflection of what's going on inside me. My 3D is a mirror of my inside. So it's a reflection of my dominant thoughts and stories. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, make a note of this. Your 3D is a reflection of your dominant thoughts, dominant assumptions, and dominant stories you have going around in you that you tend to experience outside as your 3D. Now, when 3D is favorable, when 3D is neutral, we're all good, right? But when you're trying to manifest something and your 3D shows you the exact opposite, that is where you feel that you're being tested, that everything is working against you. This is not how you're supposed to be. And everything around you is working against you and that you're being tested. Okay. But the truth of the situation is you're never being tested. This 3D is actually your friend. You do not feel like that when you're being in those triggering situations. I did not feel like that when I was on my journey with any of my previous relationships or when I was manifesting on a time crunch. It never felt like that. Okay. But you got to move your focus from feeling it so real in those moments that you tend to forget that this is your creation in the first place. Your thoughts create, your thoughts, your assumptions, your beliefs were so dominant in this direction that this is how it got outplayed by your subconscious mind. Okay, so if it is not favorable today, and if you've been feeling and feeding the good story, the positive story to your subconscious mind, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, maybe the next week, this new story is going to get pushed out exactly the way this unfavorable story got pushed out, and you're experiencing it now in your 3D. So in those moments, when you feel you're being tested, what do you have to do? You got to bring your attention, you got to bring your focus back to yourself. Remember that you are the goddess, you are the creator of your reality. What you say goes. Okay, and even I know. Even when we know all of this stuff, even when we have all the knowledge, even when we have all the tools, because you forget in those moments, you end up spiraling. You end up giving up your power to what is happening outside of you. You start attaching meanings. You start feeling not chosen. You start feeling not wanted. You start feeling not a priority. Okay. But it's okay if you feel that. But remember, at least if you've been feeling it previously for 24 hours, with this knowledge now, and by making yourself remember in those moments that, you know what, this is an old story playing out. This is not who I am right now. This is not who I identify myself with. I am not the one who is in lack. I am not the one who is not chosen. I am not the one who is my SP's not first priority. Who am I being? What is my truth? My truth is that I am the creator of my reality. My truth is that I am abundant. My truth is that I have everything. Everything stems out from me. I am the universe. I am the creator. I am everything. Okay, and even I remember when I would experience those situations, I would always, like, we talk about universe in this LOA community a lot, but I would refer to it as God. Okay, the one who I pray to, the one who I believe in. And I would always say that I am God's most favorite child. I am God's most favorite child, and I am always taken care of. No matter what is happening around me, no matter where I am, no matter what the situation, I am always safe. I am always secure. I am always taken care of. Okay, and whenever I would do that, instantly, as if, I would feel so light, as if the fate was off my shoulders. This 3D had no power over me, because I knew this is an old story, an old film playing out. This is going to end. And my new story, if I stick to my new story of being chosen, of being abundant, of being first best, I will end up experiencing that. My desire, my reality. Okay. So you go back to reminding yourself in those moments that whatever 3D, whatever unfavorable 3D I am experiencing right now is not the end all be all. It is not who I am. It is who I was when I did not have this knowledge. But today, when I have this knowledge, when I have my coach telling me to do this work, if I do it, if I stick to my new story, if I stick to my new thoughts, if I stick to my new assumptions, I will end up experiencing my desire. And this 3D, not today, not tomorrow, has no power over me. It never had, it never will, unless you give it that power. Unless you let your 3D control how you feel. Unless you give your 3D the power to make you feel. Are you good enough? Are you chosen? Are you even wanted? Are you even good enough? Okay, so we don't rely on the 3D to show this to us, and then that is how we're going to think, and that is how we're going to feel. Instead, we feed this to ourselves. Because I am chosen, because I am loved, because I am wanted, because I am the creator of my reality. This is my story. This is my truth. I am abundant in all areas of my life. No matter what I hear my SP tell me today, if that is how he is being right now, this is an old story. He has to conform like everything and everybody else, because I call all the shots. Everyone and everything is me pushed out. That includes my 3D, that includes my SP. Okay, so whether you're manifesting on a time crunch, whether it's a work situation, whether it's a health situation, no matter what, the less you react, the less you obsess over your 3D, the faster it's going to change, and it is going to spin your favorable story. So every time you go back inside and you choose you, you choose your new story, you choose your new being, your new identity, as the person who has it all, as the person who is chosen, as the person who is abundant, as the person who is not getting triggered. Why would he get triggered? Why would he or she get triggered? For example, if I have ordered a parcel today from Amazon, the moment I go to the website, the moment I've placed my order, it's a done deal. If I go back to the website and keep checking, keep obsessing over it, that has it been dispatched? When is it coming? Is it not coming? Why is it not coming? We don't do that. I don't think we do that with our Amazon packages, but we do that with our SPs. We do that with money. We do that with health, whether, you're manifesting a home, whatever it is. But if you have faith that once you've placed an order, Amazon is taking care of it and it will be delivered to your doorstep, Why not bring in that faith into yourself? That if I invest in myself today, I invest in my thoughts, if I invest in my favorable story, that is how and that is what I will end up experiencing. Because today I know that my thoughts create. Today I know that whatever I'm doing on the inside is being felt by people on the outside. Thought transmission is real. It is happening all the time. So whether you obsess over the 3D and you feel rejection, you take in that rejection, you start obsessing over your SP maybe not replying to your text, maybe he's not answered your call, and you're going back to reading your old messages with your SP, what did I say, what did I do wrong? So if you keep obsessing over that, because that is how your 3D is looking at you right now, guess what your SP is feeling about you? They don't make you a priority. They know you're obsessed with them. You have them high on the pedestal and you don't think anything of yourself. You think you're not good enough, which is why every focus, everything is up on the pedestal where your SP is sitting, and you are down here. Okay, that pedestal is not for your SP. That pedestal is not for the job. That pedestal is not for the money. That pedestal is for you because you are the center of your world. You create everything. Okay, sit with yourself. Stop obsessing over what is going on here. The more you invest in yourself, with yourself, whether you're doing it on your own, you're doing it with a coach, you've taken a course, whatever. But your own investment in you is going to be your best investment. No amount of obsession over anything on the outside is going to give you results. Believe you me, I've read all the books. I've tried it all the ways. You're so focused on the SP, you think about them all the time, you want to talk about them all the time, and just so SP, 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 X, 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 work, 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 money, money, money. But that is not how it works. And once you realize that, into your bones, whether you start listening to your coach, you start doing your homework, and you've started sticking to it, and then you see movement, and not react to it if it's not favorable right now. And you go back to your story, go back to your homework, you go back to selecting you, who is chosen, who is prioritized, who is successful. You experience the change outside. But not looking on the outside for any validations, but going inside you for all the validation you seek, for all the compliments you seek, for all the choosing you want, for all the first priority you seek. Inside, inside, inside. And that is how it comes on the outside. Okay. So the success story, yes, success story. So I have been seeing a client of mine and she's amazing, but like you and me, and like so many of us, she was experiencing rejection from her SP and she was focused on the SP, 100%. All the affirmations about the SP, all the inner conversations about the SP. So 100% SP, but 0%, any thoughts, any good thoughts about herself. Okay. So what I had her do was like, I said, you've focused on the SP enough. Let him be. Your 3D is not favorable. He is not showing up for you. He's not been calling you. He's not been texting you. And we're basically in no communication right now. So what do? We let the SP be. We come back to you. We come back to a strong foundation of you. We come back to a strong foundation of I am worthy, I am deserving, I am good enough, I am first best, I am chosen. Every single day, that is who you are. That is your new identity. That is how it's always been. But you had forgotten and you had your SP up on the pedestal, but no more. You focus on yourself. She did the homework I gave her, all the inner conversations, everything we sorted out. And today, we saw each other today. And she came on the call and said that Simran, my SP reached out and he said, something feels different about you. And I just feel so drawn towards you now. This person, the same person who had been avoiding her and who had nothing to do with her, there'd been no communication. But now today, after all the work she's put in, he comes back to her and says, you feel different. I feel so drawn towards you. Okay. It's magical when you actually experience it, in your own skin. And she felt it. She felt like, oh my God, Simran, this happened. This same person who had nothing to do with me is showing up in my reality now, saying I'm drawn towards you. You feel so different. Okay. So if she can do it, she did the homework, she did all the corrections, all the tweaks we had to, and she did the work. Okay. But you got to do the work. Stick to the mental diet, stick to thoughts of you being the trend center, you calling all the shots, okay, and giving no power to anything that's outside of you. No obsessing on the outside, obsessing on the new story, obsessing in a happy, healthy way that this is who I am and I choose me no matter what happens on the outside. Okay, I intend this video helps you. And thank you so much for liking, commenting, and sharing all the previous videos I've done on the channel. The initial 4 videos with Amanda. Thank you so much. And my previous video, how to get rid of a third party. Thank you for all the lovely feedback. And I intend this video helps you. If you want to book one-on-one sessions with me, the links are going to be in the description box, or you can send us an email. And I'm running a sale right now, 50% off. So make use of that. I'll see you.